After the recent explosive and acrimonious split of Meghan Markle and Harry Charles from the royal family, the Queen and the whole institution has been under the spotlight once again. Steeped full of pomp and circumstance, unfortunately, this split has thrown the questions of finance into the air. Everyone is wondering, how much money does the Queen actually have? Welcome to Al-ascent. In this video, we're going to tell you in detail about exactly how rich is the English royal family and how do they make their money. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. So exactly how much is Queen Elizabeth exactly worth? Despite the extreme royalty and exalted status of her position, the head of the British royal family is known to be famously frugal. It's been reported that she still keeps warm in a heater which cost her less than $40. And she's still been using the same 8-pound brand of nail varnish for the last 30 or so years. Sir EVELYN de Rothschild, a senior ex-advisor to the Queen, once said that no one is more used to tight spending than the Queen. And that is mostly due to her having grown up during the war, which shaped her up to be a very disciplined woman. But still, the Queen is stunningly and fabulously wealthy, with a gigantic portfolio that spans everything from diamonds to art collections to horses and even wind farms. The most recent published rankings of the Sunday Times Rich List had the Queen slipping down nearly 30 places from 2018 to 2020. The latest rankings revealed that the Queen was in 372nd place, with an estimated net worth somewhere in the hundreds of millions. The Queen is said to have one very expensive hobby, which is horses. Royal finance expert David McClure has said that the Queen had at one time more than 20 different thoroughbred horses. On top of that, she had 3 different studs and lots of stables. All the way back in 2000, it was estimated that the stable itself cost more than $750,000 per year. The 94-year-old is by far the richest member of the British royal family. Forbes has estimated that all of the British royal family is worth a total of $88 billion, or roughly £72.5 million. Her personal worth alone is said to be around £350 million. And as you can probably guess, it pays to be married to the Queen. Prince Philip has been reported to be worth somewhere around $30 million. Philip has been receiving an annual parliamentary annuity of around £500,000. This was decided in the Sovereign Grant Act of 2011 and is in recognition for all his public duties. Philip officially retired from his position in 2017 when he was aged 96. The Queen directly benefits from the Crown Estate, which earns more than £400 million per year. This includes revenue from 263,000 acres of farmland and a prime property in central London. On top of this, Buckingham Palace is owned by the current reigning monarch as part of the Crown Estate, but it can't be counted as the personal property of the Queen. The Crown Estate holds an astonishing amount of property in the UK. It holds more than $14 billion worth of property in the UK. So the Queen doesn't technically own these properties. She does get to spend around 50% of the income generated by the estate of the Crown. This generated money is used to pay for the various events, including garden parties, receptions of the Queen, as well as her travel costs. But that doesn't mean that the Queen does not own some properties privately on her own. She has the whopping $140 million Balmoral Castle in her name. This is the place where she vacations every summer. She also owns the family's $65 million country home, called Sandringham, where her family and hers spend their Christmas in what has become a tradition. Much of the income that the Queen makes comes from the various trusts that are part of the royal collection. These trusts include some national treasures such as the Crown Jewels and the Tower of London. Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle are also held in trust by the Queen. Some of the items in the royal collection, including a royal stamp collection started by King George V, and certain personal real estate holdings, are also in the Queen's name. It might be funny to note, but some of the money that the Queen makes has also come from winning horse races in the past. She has won nearly $10 million in prize money over the years for her superb racehorses with over 450 wins. The crown jewels themselves are 140 or so pieces, which are worth a combined $4 billion or so dollars. The Queen's salary has recently doubled, rising to a total of $98 million per year. The private income that the Queen got from the Duchy of Lancaster rose in 2017. This comes from a land portfolio held in trust for the current king or queen of the land. She has also received a raise from an increase in taxes in the UK. This has been used to pay for all of the renovations being done to Buckingham Palace. This money also comes from the Sovereign Grant, which is the portion of the money that the Queen gets paid by taxpayers for all of her official duties. This includes the upkeep of the palaces. It was revealed in the Paradise Papers leak that $12 million of the Queen's income had already been invested in offshore properties and funds, such as in Bermuda and the Cayman Islands. Meanwhile, Kate Middleton has a net worth of around $10 million. Her family already held substantial holdings, with a collective net worth of more than $50 million before she was ever married into the royal family. Her national worth, with clothing sales and tourism revenue added, would probably make her net worth to be more than the estimated $10 million. Her husband, Prince William, inherited about $13 million in trust and estate from Princess Diana. He gained access to the lavish $450,000 per year investment profit when he was just 21 years old. I guess it pays off to be born in royalty. He also used to receive an allowance from the Duchy of Cornwall, which was managed by his father, Prince Charles. The allowance was reported to be worth a total of $4.6 million in his latest 2015. This grand sum used to cover most of the expenses of the prince, which included travel, wardrobe, and staff salaries. And to round it up, Prince Charles is nearly worth $100 million all on his own. The perpetual next in line to the throne has a major chunk of this money coming from the Duchy of Cornwall. This private estate owns and operates various land properties in rural and urban areas across the UK. Prince Charles's royal position allows him to draw a salary from this estate, as he is the land's sole beneficiary. The estate paid Charles and Camilla more than $28 million back in 2018. Basically, the Queen and Prince Charles control most of the royal family's finances and vast fortunes. It is up to them to divvy out payments to who they seem fit. It is them who had a falling out with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as well. So it was they who decided to cut the newly married couple off from the royal finances. Basically, make no mistake about it, the Queen has a lot of money and power in those dainty little hands, if she so chooses to wield it. That's a wrap for our video on exactly how rich is the English royal family and how do they make their money. So what are your thoughts, Al-ascentiors? Are you surprised? Did you know how rich the sweet old Queen was? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for videos like this. See you in the next one.